Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anais'S back at it again, and today I'm here with my friend Nick, who is going to be taking you through the cooking session. Then y'all are going to discover what he's going to be making today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. So with not wasting time, I'm going to pass the mic to Nick so he can get started.
Alright guys, we're going to be making bao buns today, which you're going to need a measuring cup, rolling pin so you roll the dough. This is optional. This is a bamboo steamer, which you can buy from any kind of store like Walmart or like Bed Bath and Beyond. And it goes well with the bao buns, but you can also just use a normal steamer like a pressure cooker or something like that basically. And then for the ingredients, we just have baking powder, sugar, and then the most important thing is you need like active yeast or dry yeast in any kind of way. You get them from like packets, or you can get a jar from a store or something. And then we just have milk, the oil. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil, or what's the other one? Avocado oil. But today we're going to be using corn oil. And then also milk, and also you'll need flour, which I have in here, but if you want it to be really white, you need to use bleached flour, but all-purpose flour is good for now. Alright, so that's pretty much all the things we have right here. Now we just need to start with, oh, and the whisk. Don't forget that. You need us to mix it and make it into dough. Alright, so to start off, we just need to fill this up with just a little bit of water. We need to warm up the water, which you need 1/3 of water filled up. You just need to warm it up, not by much, by like 18, 16, depending on your like microwave. Like be made better or whatever, or like grow quicker. And then after that's warmed up, we're just gonna pour it in this bowl. And then we're going to warm up milk, only half a cup. Actually hard to... I don't know if you'll be able to hear me with this on my neck, but now we're just going to pour half a cup of this. Alright. Yeah, we have half a cup. We're going to heat this up a little bit too. A little bit longer because it's milk and it's cold. And then once it gets warmed up, we're going to pour it in the bowl again. And then we're going to start putting the other ingredients, which is going to be 2 cups of sugar for the yeast. Or no, not 2 cups, my bad. 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then 1 tablespoon of the yeast. And then we also need 2 tablespoons of the oil. That's 1 teaspoon or tablespoon. And then that's 2. And now we're going to do the yeast. Oop. Which luckily, since these come in the packs, they're already set up. You just need 2 of these. You buy them in a pack of 3, but I only have 2 right now, which is the perfect amount that we need. Oh yeah. Make sure you get as much as you can out of it because sometimes it sticks to the back. Alright, after that, stir it a little bit. Now we're going to do the vegetable oil. We're going to add the oil, which you need 2 tablespoons. So just fill this up right now. Alright, there's 1. Oops. That's 2. I put a little bit too much, but it's just a little bit. I'll give it a little bit more flavor. Alright, now stir that a little bit more again. Just a little bit more. Alright, now we're just gonna let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so the yeast can start to make itself pretty much, so we can pour it into the dry ingredients. Now we can mix it and make it into dough. So now that that's, we're gonna put this over here and leave it to sit there for a little bit. Now for the dry ingredients. All the flour you need is about 2.5 cups. Like I said earlier, you can use white flour if you want it to be white, or bleached flour, I mean. This is all-purpose flour, so it won't be pure white, which if you want it to be white, you can make it white if you want. But now we're gonna add salt, which I forgot to mention earlier, but you only need 1/4 of a teaspoon, I mean. And then for baking powder, you only need 1/2 of a teaspoon. And that's pretty much it for that. So we're going to start off with the salt. How do you open this? Oh, no, this way. Now that that's over with, this is just 2 tablespoons of sugar that I've already had made that you probably saw earlier. But yeah, I'll just pour the rest of this in there for the rest of this sugar. And now that's pretty much all for the dry ingredients. I'm just going to mix it a little bit so it's easier to pour the yeast in later. Now, preferably, you should want a mixer for this part to make the dough. But if you don't have one, you could either use a spoon or a whisk instead of a mixer that's quicker or whatever, and just make it by hand. So now that's mixed. Now we just have to wait a few minutes till that's ready. All right, now that we've waited about 5 to 10 minutes, I've kind of waited a little bit too long, but that's fine. Now we're just gonna pour it around. Now we got all of that. Now we just gotta stir this as much as we can all around. Try to get it to a dough. Ah, now that's about good enough. Now since I'm using a whisk, I'm going to have to stop early, otherwise it won't really form together. I'm going to have to do the rest by hand. I'm going to get as much as this off. That's it for that. Now you're just gonna have to start kneading the dough. Well, I'm gonna need to start kneading the dough. Hopefully it goes better for y'all with a spoon or something else. Alright. Just try to keep stirring it and squishing it together so it becomes more of a doughy substance. And once you get it to where it's solid enough to where it can be smoothed out, this is a very long process when you do it by hand. Yeah. But there's a little bit of problem since I waited a little bit too long for that yeast, so not all of it is going to be connected together, sadly. But it should be good enough for the amount we need. I will also recommend that, although it doesn't look that smooth or soft, I could add a little bit warm water and then smooth it out, but that's a little bit, not exactly safe, because if you put a little bit too much, you might just ruin it or take longer for it to work. But I think I'm going to add a little bit of warm water so I can smooth it out and then save what I have, at least this. The rest of this, though, probably won't stick, but that's fine for now. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I think this is the best I'm going to get it, but I saved some, or most of it, but this is smooth, I'm probably going to get it, which is okay. It takes practice and a lot of patience to get it right, but preferably, if you did it all right and better than I did this time, this would be smooth and right about soft and nice. So you just need to get it as round as possible and get all the excess air out, which I still have a little bit left. Once that's done, I'm just gonna have to clean this bowl out and then put this back in there and let it rest for a little bit. Put a, what's it called, plastic wrap over it, and then just leave it there to rise. And that will take about an hour to 2 hours, maybe an hour 30, but it also could take more or less. It just depends how fast the dough rises. Alright. I waited enough, and I guess I saved it a little bit. So you want it to be like webbing a little bit to the wall of the bowl, which is a good sign. So I just need to get all this. Oh. Now that I got it ready, all we need to do is just roll that out and then cut it out. No. Oh wait, we didn't get that cup, did we? Rolled it out, I got a good size here, so that's good. Now we're just gonna, I just have a cup, I didn't bring a biscuit cutter or anything, so this is what I'm gonna use to cut it out. But the size doesn't really matter, it's up to you really. Mine are going to be a little bit big, so they'll be fluffy and nice. All right. Oh no, actually. Now that I cut it out, I just need to put them in here. Now if you have a, was it tea filter or coffee filter, you can put it on the bottom of this so it helps to not stick or whatever, or you can put a little bit of oil underneath so it doesn't stick. But right now I'm just going to put them in here and let them sit for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to do that and cook them for, steam them for 8 to 10 minutes, and then they should be ready. So now that I cut them out, I'm going to put them into this, and then if you have any coffee filters or tea filters, you can put them on the bottom of this so they don't stick, or you can put a little bit of oil at the bottom, like the vegetable oil or something at the bottom of this, so it doesn't stick. And then after that, I'm just going to put them in here and leave them there for about 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm just going to put them on the steamer, or put this so I can steam it for 8 to 10 minutes, and then they'll be done. Don't look at them or anything during that 8 to 10 minutes, because then they'll flatten and they won't really be as fluffy. Oh, and another thing, for the gal buns, or bao buns as I know it, you can also fold them, which is usually the traditional way to do it or whatever, which you can also put oil down so it doesn't stick there as well. But I'm just going to put them like this so they can just be a bun rather than just the original way they're supposed to be, because I just want them to be round. So now that we waited long enough, it's in here, and I got it into the bamboo steamer, a saucepan with some water, not too much because you don't want it to go and touch the buns. So now that that's ready, you just need to grab it, put it on top of the stove, turn it on, about medium to high, somewhere there, and then just put it down after it's steaming and let it sit there for 8 to 10 minutes. Alright, now that we waited enough time, they are done. I didn't space them enough so they're kind of next to each other, but nice and fluffy. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, move on. Alright. Now you just rinse and repeat and you should have them done. This is the finished product. They don't look so pretty right now, but they'll a bit of practice and they'll look better. Oh yeah, they should taste pretty good. Could add a little bit more sugar though. It'd be better that way. Oh yeah. Thank you, Anais'S, for having me on.
Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure having my friend here, and I think you guys are going to try this out. they should be delicious. Alright guys, as I was saying, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for the love. I do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you've been there from day one, thank you so much and continue doing so. Until the next video, I'm out. God bless you. Bye.